These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with RV already. If Sadr cannot get enough independents to elect the President of the Republic, he will have Parliament dissolved. Either way, there will be a government and an RV by the CBI. This is a win situation for Sadr and a lose situation for Maliki. Right, Militiaman article, quote, Barzani intends to launch an initiative to address the political blockage, unquote. Militiaman says it looks like there is more support for interesting times over the next couple of days. Frank26 says things are lining up. They're doing everything that we want. For example, the ISO. You found out this is extremely important. Yes, it's important for them to go international, but it was an IMF requirement that they did. All banks by the year 2025 will have to be a part of the ISO and get rid of the SWIFT. The fact that Iraq is part of it is fantastic. All right, Mark Z via PDK, good articles from Iraq today. Misan al-Jabari, the independents will present al-Kazimi as a candidate for prime minister, and we believe he will pass. 25 trillion dinars will be at the government's disposal next week to be spent in accordance with the articles set by the Food and Securities Law, unquote. Mark Z says it looks like the three parties came together to get the government squared away. I was told they intend to present him tomorrow, and also a consensus on the Food Security Act, which we were told was crucial for a rate change. We also learned they have indeed printed and scheduled the release of their lower denomination bills. This is three enormous things that came out of Iraq, and all at one time. I told you guys that once this thing was ready, it would all come together at one moment. It appears this is what we are watching happen. Really positive news out of Iraq. Right, Caparoni says, I've always hoped that Iraq's monetary policy would change according to Iraq's economic development, that they pass the laws necessary to encourage foreign investment, build a thriving private sector, and improve GDP. And we have seen numerous articles over the last several months from the World Bank implying Iraq's economy could be the fastest growing in the Middle East. The bottom line is it's up to Iraq to accomplish what is expected of them. All right, Pimpy says it looks like we might be done with this blockage. Article, quote, Misan al-Jabari, the independents will present al-Kazimi as a candidate for prime minister, and we believe he will pass, unquote. Pimpy says, good news in my opinion. We learned Saleh is most likely going to be the presidential candidate, and al-Kazimi will be the prime minister. The same two people will continue to move forward for a full term, 4 years. And those two managed to work together to get a lot accomplished. If Iraq can manage to get the President Saleh and Prime Minister al-Kazimi back as President and Prime Minister, they form the new government. In that case, if that's the case, I believe it won't take very long until we see the Iraqi Dinar exchange rate change again. It's going to go up in increments, but it's going to do it fairly quick, in my opinion. Iraq is in a really great place. It really is. All right, Militiaman says, member comment, quote, it looks as if they have an agreement on the food law too, article, quote, except by changing the tools to be able to interact with the new stage. Militiaman says changing the tools, as in changing the exchange rate to fit with the new stage they're heading into. The timing is awesome, in my opinion. All right, lastly, Bruce via Wiser Now. I hate to say it, but when they get the green light from us, they will bring out their new rate and mention the seating of their government. Prime Minister, Parliament mention the seating of their government, Parliament, all of that. Having been completed and sealed, it's probably been done for a while, but they just haven't announced it yet. They're operating with a rate in country. They're exchanging with the other countries. In other words, they're trading with other countries, and they have a rate with which they are doing that. We are looking good. Iraq is going to do what they need to do Wednesday or Thursday, and we should get notified.